I wanted to do this project because many of the themes that we explored during the first half of the class seem to appear in the reggae songs I listened to. I always listened to reggae music since my family is from the Caribbean, but I never knew the actual origin of this musical genre, or the origin of the levity called Rastafarianism, which always seemed inextricably linked to it. First, I decided to research the origins of Rastafarianism, since it appeared as though reggae was a byproduct of Rastafarianism. It appears as though I was right about this relationship, but I was very surprised to find out the beginnings of this levity. Pan-Africanism is the idea that there should be unity between all the indigenous people of Africa, and it was at the heart of reggae and Rastafarianism. In 1920, Marcus Garvey, who was considered the leader of the Pan-Africanist movement, gave a prophecy which was the catalyst of Rastafarianism. Garvey's prophecy stated, and I quote, "Look to Africa when a black king shall be crowned, for the day of deliverance is at hand." After the crowning of Haile Selassie I as Ethiopia's emperor in 1930, many believed Garvey's prophecy had come true and the Rastafarian movement was started. Rastafarian is actually an Amharic word based on the late emperor's name, Tafari. Two of the main reasons Rastafarians believe Selassie to be the embodiment of Garvey's prophecy was his leadership during the Second War between Ethiopia and Italy, in which he was defending his kingdom from potential colonization, and also his alleged ancestral connection to King Solomon of ancient Israel. The most well-known reggae artist and Rastafarian, Bob Marley, recalls a meeting with Haile Selassie in the popular documentary Marley. Marley and many other Rastafarians believe Selassie was a messiah. Selassie would go on to designate a section of land in Ethiopia for Westerners who supported him during the war with Italy. Most of this land's modern occupants today are Rastafarians. Many of the practices of quote-unquote Rastas are from the Bible. However, many self-professed Rastas have differing religious beliefs, though they tend to follow one of the Abrahamic faiths. Rastafarianism is considered a levity rather than a religion. The two practices that all Rastas seem to have in common is abstaining from cutting their hair, sporting dreadlocks, and abstaining from eating meat. They also believe that marijuana is a sacred plant for spiritual purposes.
Rastaman vibration, yeah. Positive. That's what we got to give. I and I vibration, yeah. Positive. Got to have a good vibe. I am an iration, yeah. Irites. Whoa, whoa. Positive vibration, yeah. Positive.
Reggae music originates from the ska and rocksteady genres in early Jamaica, which were both deeply impacted by American R&B. Roots reggae surfaced in the 1960s and is a much slower-paced brand of music, which is infused with Rastafarian ideas and themes. In pop culture, a much more friendly image of reggae and Rastafarianism is usually portrayed. Reggae music contains many revolutionary themes, however, including black uplift, remembrance of slavery, oppression, and state violence. Many of these themes parallel those found in early hip-hop in the 70s and 80s. However, a biblical context is often necessary to understand the messages in reggae music. For example, America is often referred to as Babylon due to a biblical prophecy. God is also referred to as Jah.
Come on down Babylon one more time. Come we go chant down Babylon one more time. Come we go chant down Babylon. All them soft it sing. Na 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 na. We're the survivors. Yes, the black survivors. Tell you what, we're the survivors. Survivors, yeah, we're the survivors, like Shadrach, Meshach, and the
This biblical connection is shared with the early Negro spirituals, and at times reggae music can seem to resemble this genre. The biblical story of the Exodus and the prophecies associated with it gave many slaves hope, and that is one of the reasons why there are so many biblical references in reggae and Rastafarianism. However, what really sets reggae music apart is the fact that it is a genre that owes its very existence to Pan-Africanism. Modern reggae music has a more futuristic style but still incorporates many of the same themes into a global context. Who Knows by Protege and Chronics is a prime example of modern-day reggae.
And it's a Protege, eh? Chronics are where you say, eh? Okay.
Who knows? I just go where the trade wind blows, sending love to my friends and foes. And I suppose I'm pleased to be chilling in the West Indies. Jah provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Release, hey.
When me see Jah, me see a way. Drastically straight from hypocrisy, I say, hey. Every man to them own a philosophy. I live the proper way and then me read a chapter daily. Man, they in a city hungry and no eat. And food they down a country, just a drop off of the tree, them. You see, say poverty no